Longtime veteran filmmaker Ridley Scott recently made some comments about basically he's just fed up with Hollywood. That's the best way I could put it, to paraphrase it. I am here with Chris Chavez. This is the first time I'm collaborating with Chris. Chris, how's it going, man?
It's going great, man. It's a wonderful Tuesday.
Yes, indeed. Well, wait, today's Wednesday.
Oh,
Sorry,
Wednesday.
today's
It's
Wednesday.
a Wednesday. Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
Wednesday.
The week has just gone by, apparently. I don't know where I am.
It is, man. But hey, it's midpoint of the week, so are you having a great week so far?
Yeah, busy week, but busy is better than sitting around doing nothing. So I love being busy.
I hear you, I hear you. So, really, Scott, he says that he prefers watching old movies, especially his old movies, and I can resonate with him because I mostly watch movies like classic stuff, things from the past before it got too political, too politically incorrect. Certain narratives that are being done nowadays that people are just scratching their heads. Not for everyone, but for at least for people that have common sense, I should say. So, are you surprised that now at this stage of his career he's saying that? Because to me it caught me off guard that now all of a sudden he's saying that. But then again, we're all humans, so it could happen at any time in our lives where we just start sitting down, reflect, and say, I'm done. I'm fed up with this. And really, Scott, praise to him. He's been doing this for such a long time and he's still going strong. But I completely agree with him. I mostly watch the old stuff than the new stuff.
Mhm. I can agree with him to a point. Well, first of all, I can kind of I don't know if it's a surprise that he did it now because it's kind of like going back to what Scorsese said about superhero films and how they're not like they're not cinematic, they're not like real films essentially is what he was saying. So when it comes to Ridley Scott, the reason why I agree with him to a point is because I think nowadays a lot of the films are either reboots or sequels, and but they're not like nothing really is original. So when something brand new comes out like Sinners, which is fantastic and an original story all on its own, it sticks out more than anything else. And so I think that's where I'm with him to a point where I think more original films I think would break that wall, as opposed to just sticking to IP driven content essentially.
Remake sequels, yes, is too much. We're seeing too much of that. So, I mean, I like independent films. I like independent films more than superhero films. Nothing against superhero films. It's just that's my domain. I like originality. I like independent stuff. So I get the first, and plus we gotta think that he's old school as well, so he comes from a completely different breed.
Truth.
Um, it's just that with new films nowadays, especially around this time, the Oscar season, where a lot of these top contenders, I'll say from September to December, maybe early January, but sometimes there are movies that come out early in the year that they make this incredible run to award season. The thing is, it's tricky because now there's certain guidelines that you have to meet in order to qualify for the Oscars. So and some of these qualifications, I don't have it with me, but I remember when it came out, it was like head scratching for me.
Hmm.
So, but me personally, I like nowadays I'm focusing on watching films that have great cinematography because one thing that I think I've told this before, I'm diving more into cinematography. I still love filmmaking. I still love writing, producing, etc. But cinematography is like the new way for me. So not only am I going out there to practice with my phone, but at the same time I'm also studying
Yeah.
great camera work, and there's a lot of old school movies, even 90s and 2000s as well. But golden era of Hollywood, um, there's just so many. great years of cinema where you have fantastic cinematography. And I'm one of those people that I'm already comfortable at a point where I don't have to listen to a film. Like I could just study the visuals, and that's a major key for any filmmaker and cinematographer who wants to get in the business.
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. And like there's a lot of films from the past that I love and I treasure. And there are some filmmakers nowadays that are trying to keep that magic. Like for example, Christopher Nolan. Like he's a very good storyteller, but he doesn't use CGI. He's like more practical effects or practical sets. Like he actually erects a set as opposed to let's just throw a green screen up and we'll do it in post. So like there's certain filmmakers nowadays that kind of will pay homage to things like that. And Guillermo del Toro is another good example because he is the same thing. He uses very, very little CGI. Everything's practical, everything's tangible. Um, but cinematography, yeah, I 100% agree with you. I'm a sucker for just those beautiful shots, whether it's something as simple as like a condensating glass on the table. You know what I mean? Like some shots are just absolutely inspiring. And I know this is a newer show, but just specifically talking about cinematography, not like the show in general. There's a TV show on Netflix called The House of Guinness, and the cinematography in that show is beautiful. My wife and I just finished that show last night, and that's the first thing that popped in my mind was the cinematography because it just sucks you in, and you're just looking at everything that they shoot in that show.
Where is it? Like, what's the genre? Don't tell me the story. Just tell me what kind of genre it is. And actually, three things. What's the genre? How many episodes? And where is it streamed?
So it's on Netflix. There are 8 episodes, I want to say, and the genre is like set in the God 19 something. It's 19 something. Um,
So it's a period piece, will you say?
yeah, yeah, and the costumes are just gorgeous. But yeah, it's like the 19 something. I forgot what the actual time period is, but it is a period piece. Yeah.
International or inside the US, the show.
Well both. It's set in Ireland and it's also in New York, so it's both of those that go back and
Mm,
forth. Yep.
interesting. I gotta check that out, especially recently that I got back on Netflix because now that bef I just have a different purpose. Before when I used to have Netflix, it was about watch whatever movie, whatever show that I want to see. But now, like if I have a movie night, I have my notebook with me, take notes because I'm gonna make a review about it. So
Yeah.
I had to do I nowadays I use it for something. I had to make a review. I had to write an article about it. It's not just like, just to have a free time and time for myself. I use it more for work purposes now. So I like the fact that I got back on that from that aspect and I enjoy it.
Mhm.
So, but I'll take a look at it. I'll do some homework on that. And then the fact that you say that it has great cinematography, I'll take your word for it and, take it from there.
Yeah, I also think too that's what also is when it comes to movies and cinematography and all that, it also depends on like what is your style, like what's your taste, like what kind of films that you like. Like you watch everything specifically for cinematography, and I watch for cinematography as well, but also I have a theater background, so I'm also watching things from like the performance. So it's the same, but it's just viewing it a little bit differently. But it's art. Art's always like that. No one's gonna like the same painting. Everyone's gonna like this brush stroke compared to that brush stroke, but it's art, and that's just how kind of the whole thing works.
All right, one more and then I'll let you go. So obviously we already touched on the Ridley Scott situation, which that became a trending topic in the film industry this week. Um, since we're in October now,
Mhm.
is there one, I would say, name me at least three films, in your
Mhm.
opinion, that you probably haven't seen it yet, but in your mind you think has a great chance to get a lot of nominations in this award season.
There is one with a cast that I never thought I'd see together. I think it's called Jim Kelly or Jay Kelly with George Clooney and Adam Sandler. And it just looks great. It's not a like a slapstick comedy. It's a straight man piece, and it just looks really, really good. It's just one of those films that you just watch and you can see the performances from the trailer that there's something in there. Um, there's another one. Gosh, I wish I had a list because I actually did a video on this a while ago. It's Julia Roberts and Andrew Garfield film, and yet again it's the same thing. I forgot the name of the movie. This is horrible, but
And
you know
and
which one
that
I'm
one
talking.
and that one supposedly is gonna go on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That one. And it features this actress that she's in The Bear as well. She's in that movie
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, it's gonna watch when we're all done. I'm gonna be like, that's the name of the film. And then another one that uh so there are certain films that when you watch, you know they're gonna be good because of the realism, the cinematography and how they are. But then there's one film that's like the oddball that like you're like, huh, that actually kind of worked in a weird way. It's an Emma Stone film. It's an odd one where they think that she's an actual alien taking over the world, but she's not. And it's like a really weird, dramatic, sci-fi-ish kind of film. And it looks odd, but at the same time, it looks kind of intriguing, kind of inviting in an odd, like West Paul Thomas Anderson way.
All right. So, Chris, thank you once again
Yeah.
for doing this. Hopefully, we could do many of these, especially now with Oscar season
Yes.
coming through. So, um, I had to see what movies because I'm very picky nowadays what kind of movies I'll watch. So I'll do some homework and then whatever movie I end up seeing, if you watch it as well, we can, do a movie review together, kind of pull kind of like uh yeah, I'm forgetting the name. It's Roger Ebert, the other guy forgetting Psycho,
Oh,
Sixty.
Siskel and Ebert. Yeah,
Cisco, yeah, kind of similar, but obviously our own flavor for that, our own different style.
for
But
sure.
um, but Chris, thank you so much, and this was great. Chatting with you to talk about really Scott and cinematography and potential Oscar caliber films that we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, it was fun. I look forward to the next one.